Welcome back. The Flavors of Success culinary program at the Moshulu Montefiore Community Center is a free 4-week culinary training program designed to give individuals the skills and experience needed for a career in the food industry. Joining us now is the Senior Job Developer for the Workforce Development at MMCC, Dr. Shaquan Hoke. Thank you so much for joining today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me today.
Of course, like I said, I'm so excited to get into this. So to kick things off, tell me a little bit about the Flavor of Success program at MMCC and how did it get its start?
Great question. We received funding from the Pippin Foundation, but primarily we service teens that are 18 to 24 in most of our training programs that lead to employment. And Flavors for Success was born through the need of demand. Like our participants would ask for the training to cook and to be an active participant in their nutrition as well. And we came across this wonderful opportunity to have this program. We have had other culinary programs, but this one here, the 4-week training program, was our more recent one that we completed in May. So we just completed our second cohort for Flavors for Success. And I'm going to tell you, the experience is amazing. You should really see and feel the energy as they're participating. And it was just so amazing to be a part of those 2 cohorts that we completed.
That sounds so fun. I'm 23. I'm about to jump in myself. So tell me, out of the 2 cohorts, what was the feedback like?
Well, I can tell you just from the start of it, there was so much high excitement, knowing that they were going to learn hands-on how to operate in the kitchen. First, safety first, of course, and the great thing is that they get to learn, not just learn, but earn a credential that once they complete the program, they will have Serve Safe. And that credential they can use to look for employment opportunities to start their career in culinary arts. But they go through the gamut of contextualized learning, learning the different areas they can go into, not just the entry level, but kind of seeing the career path in culinary arts. Also, the importance of being conscious with safety, learning the whole, what's required, of course, for the Department of Health, passing that exam and what that requires. So we tutor them, answer any questions. And the exciting part, which is the fun part, to get to, experiment in the kitchen, kind of chef it up with different flavors and learn how to bake and create foods that they may have never been able to do before. And some of them come in, may have a light knowledge of, how to cook because they may have cooked before for their family, but this is kind of next level learning, what to do and the steps and how to do it. And once you see their marvelous creations and the smiles on their face to say, wow, I created this. And we, as staff, of course, had the privilege of testing, some of their dishes. And I will tell you, they just totally blew me away. So just from soup to nuts of operating that whole program, it's just really an amazing experience. And to see the happiness that, hey, I completed this, I did this, and now I can move to the next step towards my career.
That is so cool. I love the name Flavors of Success. That is such a cool name. So tell me, what kind of hands-on experience do the students get? You mentioned, operating certain equipment and all that, but can you elaborate on what exactly they're going to do as they get in the kitchen?
Yes. So when they actually are allowed to do the hands-on experience part, they operate in a kitchen that we use at our location. With the big oven and all the utensils. We have an actual chef that will teach them, just the basics of in culinary. The first training is, of course, safety and learning how to be sanitary, wiping down everything, making sure everything is organized, a certain way how to hold your knife, and positioning to where you're standing, using certain utensils. So those are like the things that they learn in the kitchen. Because I know when I'm at home, when I was learning to cook, it was kind of like, I would probably scare my mom to death. No, don't hold the knife that way. So, they get to learn the proper way, and then they basically take it from there. We also teach them things according to how to pass the exam in order for them to get that credential through ServSafe.
Yeah, I love how you said, the way you learned and the way that we learned was a whole lot different. It wasn't in the proper setting, in the proper classroom. I'm over here playing with knives and playing with the stove and all of that. But walk us through a typical day of class, and also, tell us a little bit about what happens in class. And you can be very honest for the cameras in front of is this like the Great British Bake Off, or is this more of a Hell's Kitchen?
That's a very interesting choice to look at. I would say probably a little combination of the two, per se. So they would basically come in, prepare themselves to get in the kitchen. So they would change into their uniforms, of course, wash their hands and that sort of thing. They would first get the classroom learning, because we do teach not just how to pass the exam for their credential, but we do go over the career aspect of it. So me as the senior job developer, I do talk to employers to let them know, listen, we have wonderful participants that are nearing their completion of their training, and they're interested in working. So I pretty much advocate for them to get in front of an employer to eventually be hired. So they have that great anticipation to look forward to. But we do go over resume preparation, how to build it, creating it, editing it. We also do a career assessment, so we can let them see, hey, this is what you're doing now, but let's see how your personality type matches up with your career choices and the types of jobs you can have in culinary arts that would be more suiting for you. We do mock interviewing, and also financial literacy, because, hey, once you get your paycheck, you don't want to just blow it all in one sitting, and then you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get to work? Or, oh, I really should have brought, something for like maybe a pair of shoes, or maybe you need a new apron or something. I don't know. But yes, we teach financial literacy, job preparation, resume building, also kitchen etiquettes, Yeah. Because there's so many different careers in culinary arts. So we try to give them the knowledge that they will be equipped to go out there in the workforce.
I like that. It seems like a very comprehensive program, but also of an open learning environment. We don't have nobody turning somebody into an idiot sandwich here. That's really cool.
Right.
So again, the program does more than just teach cooking. It transforms lives. So how are you helping students turn their passion into a career?
Wonderful question. And that's kind of like my favorite part.
Yeah.
Once they have completed and received their certification, then I have the opportunity to expose them to different levels of careers and interviews, depending on their level of experience that they first came to us with, and also their knowledge base. So I have gotten them interviews with different employers. For example, Shake Shack, I believe it was, there's some local restaurants in the area in the Bronx that we've gotten them interviews with and employment with. Even within MMCC, Moshulu Montefiore Community Center, we have alumni that we've hired directly as a result of them completing the Flavors for Success program, because they've shown, such dedication, coming to class on time, being very engaged, being helpful, going above and beyond what was necessary, and we hired them. So we've had quite a few success stories, and I'm actually working on a newsletter right now so that we can highlight the Flavors for Success program.
That's amazing. I always think, it's great to have a program that teaches skill, but a program that's almost like a wraparound service that then helps you for your career and for the real world, I think makes the program all the more worth it. And it really is a great program. So tell me, for the young adults watching at home who dream of becoming chefs, what advice would you give them?
I would say make sure you love what you do. Because you can say, hey, I want to be a chef, but do you really know what goes on in the kitchen, right? So you definitely want to get some experience, and being a part of Flavors for Success is definitely a great way to learn the inner nuances of what the day-to-day can look like in the kitchen, because you're thinking, oh, it's going to be a nice, lovely environment. Everybody's going to be smiling. Listen, the kitchen, it is hot. First of all, and it could be high intense, it could be stressful, it could be orders coming in left and right, or maybe you could have be out of an ingredient, or something could have gone wrong, or a appliance may malfunction, and you have to think and pivot and be able to adjust, or working with a smile and still exhibiting excellent customer service.
I love that. I really do, because it is true. Every job, there's like this glamorous look on the outside, but when you really get into it, you're like, oh, did I really want to do this? So I think it's a great program, and I think it's really great that you guys give them that real world knowledge and those resources and those tools to really make sure that this is something that they want to do. So thank you again so much for sitting down with us and telling us about this program.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And just a little FYI, we will be starting up our next cohort sometime in September. So we're recruiting now. So if anyone's interested, then make sure you contact us at the information that you'll see provided on the screen for our programs. And we look forward, to meeting you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So again, to learn more, please visit the website on your screen below. We have to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Open after this.